Michael Tilley is the executive editor of Talk Business and Politics. Kim Souza, one of our top reporters, and she covers the Wal-Mart and Tyson Foods beat better than anyone in the country. They both sat down with me late last week to discuss what the two biggest Arkansas public firms have impacting their bottom lines. All right, Michael Tilley, Kim Souza, let's talk about what has been going on up in Northwest Arkansas, the beach that you cover all the time. We let you dabble around in it a little bit there. Let's talk about Walmart. Walmart had a good quarter this last quarter, but they have been making some moves. They've been buying some e-commerce properties, and they have been selling off things like Suburbia, which was something that really kind of fit their business model. Kim, what will they sell next?
Well, that's an interesting question, Roby. Actually, there's a couple of things Walmart could look at. First off, I would say their African business, Massmart, they own 51% of that business. It comprises things like builders market, building stores, a whole building business. That really doesn't fit their model. And International CEO David Cheesewright said that they would be looking to pare down those types of businesses that do not fit the traditional grocery or hardlines retail model, and that's really the one thing that they own that they could probably dispose of pretty easily.
Well, and they're going to have to sell those things. As we've talked, they've invested so much in e-commerce, so much in higher wages, more training, $3.3 billion for Jet.com. They're still pushing the dividends. They still said they're going to stay on their share repurchase plan. So as big as Walmart is, as much cash flow as they generate, it would seem to make sense for them to try to find some areas to bring in some quick revenue. This quarter, they had a good bump from some revenue from selling off some assets that helped their numbers look better.
They'll need it to pay for Jet.com, won't they?
$3.3 billion.
Yeah, that's just chump change to us. Though,
it
isn't
is.
It? Yeah, we don't really think about numbers like that. Let's talk about Tyson Foods and where they are heading. They too had a strong quarter, and they are clicking on all cylinders. Pretty much every segment of their business is doing extremely well. They seem positioned very well for the future. Kim, bring us up to speed, first of all, on what they're doing. They just recently cut a deal with Amazon, but where do you kind of see Tyson positioning themselves?
Well, they pretty much have said that they're going to be a food company now as opposed to being a commodity meat processor. And part of the work that they're doing is to bridge in millennials into their business and reaching out with companies like Amazon. And they have a deal this fall to launch a new food offering, a fresh food offering that will have prepared chicken through Amazon's fresh model.
Is this to compete with stuff like Blue Apron?
Blue Apron is one of the competitors that it would compete with. This is kind of a new area for Walmart. They're traditional. For Tyson, who does sell a lot at Walmart, but they traditionally focus on grocery products or a lot of food service. Direct customer through Amazon is a new channel for them. It'll be interesting to see how that takes off.
And Tyson's also making some leadership changes too. We've seen them integrate Hillshire Brands management into movement in the company.
Well, as they said they would. Look, the only thing I can add is that when Tyson first announced this $8.6 billion acquisition, and they said, we're going to make all this money from all these synergies, and we're going to bring in this new talent, some folks like me are like, yeah, sure. That's what everybody says. But they have performed. Kim may disagree, but that to me, they've performed pretty much on target in terms of delivering on the synergies.
I'll let you disagree with them if you want to. The numbers bear out that they have performed.
They swallowed a giant, and they did it very well. They, as CFO Dennis Leatherby said recently, that they had the wherewithal to make another purchase the same size as Hillshire. They said that basically there's not anything out there that looks appealing at this time, but they have the ability to do it. We'll see what's next with Tyson.